welcome to London Road Restoration. My name is Gillian Holthe, and through the series of videos, you are going to learn how to refurbish kitchen appliances, refinish tables, dressers, chairs, and you're going to be able to learn how to do this stuff all by yourself without any help in a step-by-step way, in a step-by-step approach. My goal of this video series is to try and eliminate as much waste as we can going into our landfill. On top of that, I think that the quality of some of the older pieces of furniture that exist out there are far superior to what's being made right now. So follow along and stick with me, and we will be starting our journey shortly with our first refurbishment, and it is going to be a stand mixer that I thrifted for $29, and we are going to bring it back to life. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, so today we are going to restore an old stand mixer that I thrifted. I paid about 29 bucks for it, and I haven't even checked to see if it works or if it's turned on. So stay tuned, let's do this together. All right, so first things first, let's plug this sucker in and see if it works. Well, that's a good sign, but when I do turn it on, I smell what smells like burning metal. So that is a good indication we need to disassemble this and take a look at the gears, and I'm thinking they're definitely going to need some new grease. So let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to take off is this drip ring right here, which you can see has got what looks like some old dough attached to it. Now the drip ring is pressure mounted, so you want to be careful. We're gonna just lightly tap it and remove it. All right, as you can see, lots of dough in there, but overall it's in pretty good shape. No rust, nothing a little cleaner won't help with. So that's step one, take off the drip ring. The next thing that you're gonna need to do is grab your Phillips head and take this little base plate off. Make sure that you keep the screws with the piece of equipment that you're dismantling. It'll make your life easier later when you're trying to figure out which screws go with which piece. So just gently pull that out. Again, as you can see, some really old leftover dough. So that's right there, we'll set that aside. All right, so the next piece is getting the base and the top apart from each other. So when you lift up the head of your stand mixer, there's a little screw in here that you're gonna need to get in and use a flat head and remove it, okay? So set this aside again, keep everything organized so you're not scratching your head later. And tip the mixer on its side, okay? Now, if you look in here, it's probably a little bit hard to see. There's another piece in here, and we need to use our flathead once again and get it out, which is proving to be a little bit harder. Now, I did a bit of research on this sucker, and it's a model likely from the late 1960s. So it's got some miles on it. Typically though, these things are built like tanks, so we should be able to get somewhere with this. Anyway, I'll be tinkering with this for a while, and then we'll move on to the next step.
The idea of the stand mixer was formulated by engineer Herbert Johnston after seeing baker mix dough by hand. He thought there must be a better way of doing the task. The idea was wildly popular and showcased much of the industrial innovation that would continue to flood into the kitchen appliance industry. To this standalone mixer remains industry standard and can be found in homes everywhere. Even as traditional roles in the kitchen have changed over time, people's love of baking has remained.
All right, now there's a little screw all the way up inside of here that we need to take apart. And then, all right, it's not big, it's just a little short one. Boy, it's, don't drop it, whatever you do, or if you do, quickly find it. So once we do that, that should help us be able to take this base from the top part apart. So the next piece is to hammer out this little hinge pin, and I've started already, but you just want to go nice and carefully. You don't want to damage it. Now that being said, if you need to buy get a replacement piece for it, they're pretty easy to find. So now that we've taken that piece off, so we've got that connects our base to our head of our mixer, these three pieces right here, set those aside, and that should come apart, which is going to make cleaning easier. And when we get to the point of spray painting, also a lot easier. So yeah, this sucker is on its way to being disassembled. All right, the next step is to remove this rear cap, okay? And you can see we need flathead again. Just try to get some of that dough out of there. So I'll take this off. Again, these are pretty tiny. Do your best not to lose anything. Replacement parts can be found, but you know, if you've got a perfectly good part, probably best just to try not to lose it, clean it up, and go from there. All right, so now this should, oh, one last screw. Forgot this one on the top. Take this one off as well. All right, so that is now everything for the back. So we're gonna wiggle that and take that off. So we're starting to get into the inner guts of our mixer. Got our cord here that's all plugged in. We're able to now, should be able to take this plate off as well. Now it's caked with a lot of goo, obviously, so you need to kind of be delicate. And I'll be honest, this is a piece I'm replacing. It's had a lot of wear and it has rust. So you will want to get under here. If you were preserving it, you would want to be very, very careful. In my case, I am no intention of preserving it, so I'm able to rip that right off. You can see this looks like this is a bit of grease that's come through here. This thing needs a significant cleaning. All right, guys, we are done with the cosmetic aspect of disassembly, and now we're gonna get into the gearbox. So I'm gonna just start here, but with taking these screws off. Set that over here. And these are coming out a lot easier than some of the other ones, especially the ones that were in the base. probably because there's still some very, very, very old grease in here. If this hadn't been, you know, serviced by the previous owner, this grease that is in here is likely to be, oh, you know, 50 plus years old. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting to see what's in here once we get it cracked open. I'm a little scared, I'm not gonna lie. So I'll get these off. Okay. So the next thing we have to do here is we need to get this planetary gear taken out, okay? You're gonna see, well, it's hard to see because there's actually quite a bit of goop on here still, but there's a small pin right here. And again, it's just pressure mounted. So what we're gonna do is just lightly tap it. Again, be very careful not to damage the side of your mixer. All right, guys, once you've removed that handy little pin, we're going to pry the planetary gear off. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not the easiest thing, especially if it's been a really long time since your mixer has been serviced. Despite what I'm doing, be careful. You don't want to damage anything. That being said, if you're working with a 50-year-old unit, there's probably going to need to be a little bit of elbow grease. So you just keep working it until it comes off. It will eventually. You'll start to see the gears underneath here, and just keep working it. Okay. Making headway, slowly but surely. All right, I got the planetary gear off of here. Wow, definitely needs some grease badly. To be honest, I'm a little astonished that there isn't more in here. That being said, and these are our little washers here, and these look like they're a little worse for wear, so I'm thinking these will probably need to be replaced. Now, next step here is to take a flathead and remove these 5 screws. I would definitely say, based on the state of the interior here of the gears, that this has never been serviced. This is probably some very, very, very old 50-year-old grease. So we will want to replace that. Now, you will want to use food safe grease. You can get it at a variety of locations. You're gonna need about 4 ounces will do the trick. So yeah, you just keep working through this and get the last one off here. And you can see, actually, when we're taking a look here, you can see the gears are actually in really good shape. The teeth on it don't look worn. Another thing you'll want to do is look for shards of metal, which would indicate that there's been maybe some misalignment and a bunch of wear on your mixer. So keep a look for that. I don't see anything significant here, but then again, we are still not into the meat of this stand mixer either. All right, so get that last screw, take that off, and gets that loosened, goes there. All right, we will be able to pry this apart very carefully. There we go. All right. We're getting right into the brains of this thing. So, again, go carefully. You don't want to necessarily damage anything. So, come to this side, give that a pry. Okay. All right. And we're making some headway here. Okay. All right. Taking this stuff apart is never a quick thing. You can see I'm getting some very old looking grease in there. All right, there we go. Wow. Let's take a look. All right, well, first of all, yeah, we need some new grease. That is looking tremendously old. Take a look in here. It's definitely going to be the dirty portion of our tutorial here. This is our shifter here for the speed and the gear, and we've also got our plug-in right here. So I think we will be doing we're going to be doing a little bit of replacing in that part. So yeah, we'll take a look here, and you can see where the gear moves right here. There's this this little very delicate piece of metal, so be very careful with that. Okay. All right, guys, now it's time to clean out this grease. I am fairly certain that this has never been changed and has been in here for 60 plus years, which is a little scary, and likely the gears are not as happy as they could be. So yeah, you can see that this is quite filthy. So get and scoop out as much as you can. See how dark it is in some spots. Definitely definitely long overdue for a cleaning. So you're gonna want to go carefully, get as much as you can out with the spatula or the putty knife. And you'll see here this moves in and out here as well. So get last big chunks out. You want to get it off of there, and you know, take a look and see if there's any you can get here as well. We still have some pieces we need to take apart, but I think the best part here, by the way, this can come off, and there is a replacement piece for this. I highly suggest getting a new one. So do that and just get as much as we can out from under here. Okay. Wow. Now that is some grease, guys. Okay, so we've cleaned out most of the big chunks. Well, almost. And you're gonna want to get a rag, and you're going to want to get right in here and just get the rest of it out, okay? Again, that's gonna take a little bit of elbow grease. And once we get fresh grease in here, I think it's gonna be a game changer for the gears, the transmission, which is this guy right here. He's just dying for some fresh grease. All right, anyway, keep working, and we'll get this all cleaned up. Okay guys, there is a component I want to take off, especially before we're spray painting. So this little guy right here is the nozzle that increases and decreases the speed, okay? So we've got to be careful here. Again, a lot of this stuff hasn't had anything done to it in a very long time. So I'm just trying to loosen it. There we go. Now it's coming. Yeah, you can get a replacement part for this as well. Honestly, I think mine just needs a really good cleaning. So we're gonna take this off. Now, we need to be careful. There's several components here, and some of them are pretty delicate, so you need to be aware of that, okay? So we're gonna get this screw removed. We're almost there. Okay, that's out. So you can see that moves freely now. So we're able to push this up. That's part there. This has been loosened, okay? Now this right here is attached with a very, very fine, small wire. And the last thing we want to do is break said wire. So we want to loosen this carefully. So there we go. So it's spring-loaded like a slinky. And we will want to pull that carefully again. So take a look. That is a really small, fine little piece. Oops. And again, don't lose your screws. So set that here. And we've got this piece right here that, in all honesty, you could leave in or you could leave out. I think in my case, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it out, and leave it in. But if you want to take it out, you can wiggle it and slide it and get it taken out. But this is all going to be covered with tape when I do the spray painting to give this bad boy a beautiful makeover. Now we're going to look at replacing this cord. So this double prong plug-in is very dated technology and doesn't have the safety features of new plugins. So in some mixer models, it's very easy to change out this cord. In an older one, it's a little more complicated. There are clips on the newer models, and unfortunately for us, we don't have that option here. So I'm gonna show you some really, really basic electrical work to replace this and get you with a brand new extension cord. Well, thanks for watching, you guys. That's part one of taking apart your mixer for us to get it all fixed up. Stay tuned. Episode 2 is going to be the remainder of taking it apart, and then we're gonna get to clean it and put it back together. Stay tuned.